Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Currently we are on Season 1, Episode 8B, Hypno, Part 2. And judging by the name, I assume this is gonna be like a sequel episode to that one episode with the hypnotizing hippo that we had. I'm assuming, but honestly I'm not gonna be against that possibility, because even though I don't really care too much about most of the filler episodes of the show so far, that was actually one episode that was kind of interesting, at least towards the end, because I really like the kind of tropey development of the villain becoming an ally to the good guys and saving their ass, because he is the villain who has to defeat those guys, and he's not gonna allow any other villain to defeat them, you know? It's kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing, and I really enjoy that about it. And if we're gonna have that hippo again, I assume maybe we could have the worm guy too, but probably not. But still, I am pretty excited to continue reacting to the show, because it's actually been, I think, about 2 or so weeks since I last recorded a reaction to Rise of the TMNT. I kind of just took a little bit of a break for the last 2 weeks, aka the first 2 weeks of September, because I also had some personal family stuff to deal with. So yeah, I am back, and today we're going to be reacting to quite a lot of stuff in terms of the recording session, not this video. But yeah, I am pretty excited to continue reacting to Rise of the TMNT, so I think we should just get into it. Although, as usual, before we get into the reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tiers I've created for it, you can get access to all of my cartoon full-length reactions and short TV series full-length reactions, or alternatively, you can go at the higher tier, which will also give you access to live-action TV series that are like 40 minutes long, and movie reactions, the full-length version for those. The reason why there are separate tiers, as I've mentioned pretty much in every video, is because those full-length reactions just take more time and effort to record and produce, so it just makes sense for them to be more expensive. But if you want to stick with just the YouTube videos, that is completely fine. It's really up to you at the end of the day. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reaction in 3, 2, 1. Also, can we just stop with the fucking upside down kind of recording of video? It was dying until apps like Vine and TikTok fucking resurrected it. It should die.
Those kids want magic. I'll show them a real disappearing act.
Ooh, nice outfit, April.
In the hidden cities, destroyed robots. Who are you kidding? School dances are.
Dude, this lighting in this episode reminds me of fucking Life is Strange 1.
You're right.
Even the school is colored the same way like Life is Strange 1. It kind of makes me want to play it, but I don't really have the time right now.
Lizard boy, I gotta be cool. Taylor Martin, the coolest girl in school.
Hey, April!
Taylor Martin. There's your even Rachel Amber substitute.
I usually wouldn't really.
Okay, I'm seeing way too many similarities to Life is Strange. There's even this creep guy who crushes on the main character or whatever. Man, I'm not sure I'm happy to be having another phone-focused episode after the last episode, which really pissed me off with the turtles not being able to fucking put their phones down for 5 minutes.
What's going on? Hey, did Taylor tell us?
Oh man, April is the main character of this episode, it seems like.
We could play together.
Not yet. Someone installed it. April, did you get the game?
Jesus.
Totally. Got it. Can I see it?
Is she in any way involved with the hippo guy? Because the way she's pushing for her April to download the app is very suspicious. Come on, puppy thing, save your owner.
What is it, boy?
I love that thing. I wish we saw it earlier. It took way too long for us to get it. To show up again. I also really like its superpower.
Inventor of Hippo Crush.
what about him says mutant? Sure, it's an anthropomorphic hippo, but nothing about him screams mutant to me. Unlike the mutants in the 2012 series, these ones don't really come off as mutants. It kind of comes off more as people being turned into mystic animals through magic rather than through mutagen. That's kind of how it comes off. It doesn't come off as a mutation, but rather as a magic spell.
Okay, let's split up and find April. Then...
Oh, he's so cute. Take a picture. Here, take a picture.
Whoa, that is cute.
Oh shit. They're after her. Honestly, the concept of this episode is actually pretty interesting. I guess it also helps that it's been 2 weeks since I last reacted to this show. So it's kind of more refreshing now.
I've always wanted to drive one of those.
Disappear with us. Join us. Disappear with us. Join us. Disappear with us.
Good job.
Mayhem, you came back. I'm so sorry about what
Uh-oh.
No.
Maybe you could have teleported her further away, maybe in the fucking lair. Teleport! You can teleport, for crying out loud!
You gotta break Hypno's spell and free my friends. Okay, acquaintances. Just free everybody.
Acquaintances.
Finally, you're back. Oh, it's you idiots.
Hypno! Welcome to another edition of Rafterpiece Theater. Tonight's episode... Punches.
But first, how do you make a school disappear? Wait, don't tell me. Okay, tell.
Why don't you just hypnotize them? It worked last time. I don't want to make him to die.
Oh, look at that cheerleader outfit.
Aww, I didn't even notice the cheerleader outfit.
No, wait.
I guess that's why they said it was so cute. Okay. Again, I don't really think the short episodes of this show are ever really truly gonna work for me. I enjoyed this episode. I think it was kind of fun, probably because it's been a while since I last reacted to this show, so I now felt like more free in my mind to like just enjoy it. But I don't really think I'm ever gonna truly be in love with any of these short 10-minute long episodes. Maybe some of the longer episodes once we get to more of those. Once we actually get into like more of the main story of this show. I probably will end up enjoying those, but I don't think even the best ones of the short ones are really gonna be that enjoyable, because by the time where I actually kind of like start to realize that okay, the episode is happening, I'm watching it, it's already over. And it doesn't help that other than reacting to these short-ass episodes, I also react to normal length episodes of 20 minutes, then to live-action TV series at 40 minutes, and even to movies. So that kind of confuses and skews my perception of time when watching this show, and it makes the episode seem even shorter. But at this point in the episode here, at the end of it, I was just like getting into it and realizing, okay, this episode is happening. I was just starting to get invested, and it's over. I think that's my biggest issue with this show so far, that due to the length of the episodes, I can't really get invested in them. I think the only reason why episodes like this work for me in shows like Gumball or Regular Show or Adventure Time is because those shows, inherently those episodes are very concept based. For every single one of those 11-minute long episodes is very much a different concept every time. So you're kind of more watching it for the concept, less so for like the action or the characters. And with this show being heavily based on like an action cartoon, and me having watched so much of other incarnations of this franchise, I'm predisposed to expect really good action, but due to the length of these episodes, I just cannot really invest myself into the story enough of the episode to really get invested into the action. To the point where I just don't really care about any little action that we get in the episode, you know? Like, the most invested I was in this episode was about Mayhem, because I'm a huge pet lover, especially cats, and that thing looks like a cat, so yeah, I liked it. But I'm still far more interested into the more main story-based episode, like I think it was last episode when we had the glove thing and the foot ninjas again. I think it was last episode, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a little bit since I last reacted to it. But yeah, honestly, this was not bad. It definitely was not bad, and I'm gonna try to complain less for things that I've already mentioned in regards to this show, because it's just annoying for me as well to constantly complain about the same thing every episode. But yeah, this was actually overall pretty enjoyable. Interesting how the episode that focuses on April was one of the better ones. Because honestly, I really didn't give a shit about the part which included the turtles. Those are genuinely like pretty fucking forgettable, and there wasn't even anything funny about it. To be honest, I don't really think the jokes of this show have really been as fun as they were in like the first episode. I still think the first episode of the show was the best so far. But hopefully once we get to more of the main story, and especially the movie, which is gonna be at the end of this series, maybe it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited because I've heard a lot of good things about the movie, but it's still a while from now until I get to reacting to the movie, because I want to get through the series first. But yeah, I guess, I forgot, do I even rate these episodes? It's genuinely been like 2 or 3 weeks at this point, actually, since I last reacted to this, so I don't remember. Do I even rate these episodes at this point? Because if I had to rate this episode, I would probably put it at something like an 8.7 out of 10. Overall, it was pretty enjoyable, and I liked the focus on April, actually. Although, I don't know, I still have a hard time connecting her to the name of April. It just doesn't really work in my mind. And honestly, I think that's why I would have preferred for her to be her own character, but fulfilling the same role. I know that some people would still find excuses with that to complain about black characters in our media replacing white characters or whatever, but for me personally, it's just that I just cannot connect the name April O'Neil with her, you know? But I do enjoy her character actually quite a lot. It's definitely one of the more entertaining Aprils out there, at least right off the bat. Like, she definitely has more charisma, for lack of a better term. So yeah, I enjoy it. But yeah, what did you guys think about this episode? Comment those down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 8 patrons on Patreon. Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, August Dice, Little Uzi, Corby Dead, Drew, Gacha Foxy, and Hotshot Ninja. And for Hotshot Ninja in particular, I want to give a huge thanks because he, or they, are the first person to support me at the highest tier that I offer on my Patreon at $10. It truly means a lot to me that you've decided to do that, because nobody else has until this point. So I'm glad you enjoy my content enough, or whatever I offer at that tier interests you so much that you've decided to support me. So thank you very much, and thank you to all of you guys who have decided to support me over there, because it means a lot to me and I truly really appreciate it. It helps me out honestly quite a lot at this point in time. So I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me over there for as long as you enjoy the content or you feel like supporting, you know. It's completely up to you at the end of the day, but it means a lot to me that you do that in the first place. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do. That being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman. I'm not quite sure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people, but that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really accept the fact that I'm trans if they found out, there is not really a feasible or easy way for me to transition here with minimal repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything, so if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's fine, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me out get out of this situation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye!